If you're fishing the Carolina rig, there's basically a couple things that you need to know, and they're very simple things. I try to keep the Carolina rig very, very simple. So what we start off with one thing. This is probably the most important, is the weight. I think too many people go too light of a weight. I throw a 3/4 ounce 90% of the time, and if not, I'm throwing a 1 ounce. I don't care if I'm in 1 foot of water or 30 foot of water, I will throw the 3/4 ounce. I rarely ever go less than that. Strike King has a tungsten barrel weighted Carolina rig weight. That's what I throw all the time. Like I said, if I'm throwing a lot deeper, I'll go to 1 ounce. But I don't mind throwing a heavy one shallow. I put a simple clacker up there, nothing more, no beads or anything. Beads will break. I put a simple clacker to get that noise, and it protects your knot, and it gives you a little bit of noise. A swivel, and then about 2 to 2.5 foot of leader. Got a 3/0 hook, and I got a Strike King game hog. That's it, guys. I keep it very simple. And all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give them a different look. I can cover a whole bunch of water with the Carolina rig. I give them a different look than a Texas rig, a drop shot, all those things. But it allows me to cover more water than all those others combined. So I can cover water, I give them a different look. I can fish inside grass lines, outside grass lines. I can throw it around rock, shallow, deep. I've fished it around lily pads. I've done all those things. I would say that it might be the best technique around the country. And I think it's forgotten about. I don't think a lot of people do it, but I think everywhere I go, I can catch a fish on a Carolina rig. That's the one thing I know. And so I keep it very simple. I can keep this to about 3 baits. A game hog, I'll throw a super fry, and I'll throw a trick worm. And I think that covers basically everywhere around the country, all different times of the year. Those 3 baits will catch them. I usually use all the time a 7'6" custom speed stick light. It's the Magnum flipping stick. It's a 7'6", it's heavy, but you need a heavy rod throwing a Carolina rig because you're making really long casts. You're setting the hook with a bait that's really far out there, that's sometimes really deep. You just need a good, heavy, big rod. I have a Super Duty 300, and I usually fish it with 22 to 25 pound test line. And like I said, I don't care if it's dirty water, clear water. Something about the Carolina rig, they don't worry about the line that much. They don't care about it, so you can get away with a little bit heavier line. I've never seen it matter. But that is my Carolina rig setup. And like I said, if you're not throwing one, guys, it's the best way to get a bite. All over the country, I promise.